Hi, my lovelies. It's EVOLE Yogi here. Today we'll be moving through a wonderful stretchy flow. As we move through a nice little stretchy flow, we'll be stretching through the body, but we'll also be moving mindfully. So, if you all join me on the mat, we'll go ahead and get on into it. So today we're going to go ahead and begin at the back of our mat, seated on the heels. And you can go ahead and close the eyes as we begin to get situated in our nice mindful flow for today. Bringing the body into the present moment. Taking nice deep inhales through the mouth, through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Bringing the left hand all the way up and over towards the right. Rolling the chest all the way up towards the sky. The eyes can stay closed, or if you'd like, you can open them. And on an inhale, slowly bring that left hand down. Right hand comes up and over towards the left, and then rolling the chest up towards the sky, and then right hand comes back down, and then slowly interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale and open through the chest. And slowly let the head fall back if it feels comfortable. If it doesn't, don't let the head, just keep the head where it is. And open through the chest, letting the shoulder blades fall down the back. And breathe here. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the head back up. And keeping the hands interlaced, we'll slowly fold down and let the shoulders and the arms fold over. This time we'll be letting the shoulders open. And deep breaths here. Big, deep belly breaths. Slowly peeling your way all the way back up. Head and neck come last. And gently letting go of the fingers. Beautiful. Left hand comes to right knee. Right hand spirals back. And we take a twist. Inhale for length. And then exhale, take a little deeper twist. Gazing behind you, and then coming forward. Right hand comes to left knee. Left hand spirals behind you. Inhale for length. And then take the gaze behind. And inhale brings you back to center. Beautiful. And we'll take the chin to the chest. And we'll take the half neck circles. So the ear comes to the shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Drop it back down to the center. Left ear to left shoulder. And back down to center. Right ear to right shoulder. Back down to center. And left ear to left shoulder. And we'll take it back to the center. Slowly roll the shoulders back as you come back to center. Beautiful, yogis. And then we'll slowly crawl our way over to the mat. Come into a tabletop. Place the hands a little bit further in front of you. Tuck under the toes. And then we'll fly the bottom up for downward facing dog. Take any little movements that you need here. If you need a twist of the spine or the twist of the hips, if you need to take some ups of the toes, of the heels, if your body's calling for stillness, take stillness. But I invite you to really listen to your body. As we go through this practice, I really want you to be mindful and listen and study the body. Study what's alive. Study is it on fire? Is it on ice? Is it both fire and ice? Really listen to what the body's telling you. Now, we're going to wave the body into an upward facing dog. So we're going to drop the hips, sink the hips, open the heart, and gaze up towards the sky. And then come and bring the hips all the way back to a downward facing dog. So wave the body forward, sink the hips, open the chest, gaze up, and then bring the body all the way back to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Forward, sink the hips, gaze is up, and bring it back. 4 more of these. Bring it forward, drop it down, gaze is up, and bring the hips back. Bring it forward, drop it down, gaze up, and bring the hips back. 2 more times. Wave the body, drop the hips, open the chest, gaze goes up. Last time. Wave the body, sink the hips, gaze goes up, and then bring the hips back down, back up. Beautiful. And is your body telling you anything yet? Are you listening yet? And we're going to go ahead and start with the left side because you guys are closest to my left side. This is my left. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the left. So on an inhale, I'm going to bring the left leg up, open hips, and bend that top leg. And I'm going to go for 3 hip circles. 1, 2, 3. And bring knee to nose. And then bring it back up. And then slowly bring that foot over to the right. And bring the gaze over with it. See if you can look at that toe. Wiggle that toe a little bit. Good. Bring it back over to center. Bring the knee into the chest. And wrap that foot around the right foot. And then come over to Vashisthasana. Right hand comes up. Sink deep into the hips. And then open it up. Feel into that space. Beautiful. Slowly bring the right hand back down. Come back into the downward dog. Release the leg. Bring it back into the three-legged dog. And then slowly move forward. We're going to go into a scorpion. So curl that back leg, move forward, head comes up, and believe that your back foot is going to touch the head. And then bring it all the way back, three-legged dog, and then bring it back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful, yogis. We'll take one breath here. And now we'll go for the right. Right leg goes up, open hips, bring that leg, bend it, and then give me 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. Knee to nose. Bring it back up. Bring that foot over to the left. Gaze goes with it. Wiggle those toes. Beautiful. Bring the knee back into the chest. Bring it, wrap it around that left leg. Go over onto left side or right side Vashisthasana. Come over. Lift that left hand up. Sink deep into the hips. And then bring it all the way up. Feel into this space. And then slowly place that left hand back down. Come back into that three-legged dog. And then curl that back leg. Come into the scorpion and believe the foot can touch the head. Beautiful. Bring it back. Three-legged dog. And bring it down for downward facing dog. Beautiful. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Evolve. Learn and evolve. We evolve together. Left leg goes up. Bend that foot. Bring it over to the left and place it down for lizard. So bring that knee down to the mat, untuck those back toes, and if it feels good enough, we'll come down onto the forearms. And we'll bring this left foot onto the blade edge. And we'll take some rocks here first, just so we can settle into the pose. And then we'll slowly open the chest up to the sky. And you can take several variations with the arm here. You can open the arm into cactus. You can keep the arm straight. Or you can open the arm all the way out here, just like that. Or you can just place the arm right here on the knee, whichever variation suits your body the best. Remember, moving mindfully, listening to your body. Your body has emotions. Your body can tell you what it feels, what physicalities it likes the best, what it doesn't like, what's normal, what's not normal. And we're going to go ahead and come back onto the hands, placing that foot onto the mat. And we're going to go for a nice quad stretch. So we're going to bring this back foot in. If you do not want to come into the quad stretch, you're just going to stay here in a nice lizard. So bringing in that back foot, we're going to spiral this left hand back, and we're going to grab that back listening to our bodies. If our body's wanting to pulse, we have a variation to pulse. We can do circles, or we can just move and push in and sit deep into this position. And a few more breaths here. Slowly release the foot. Don't let it slam down. And then we'll slowly come back, placing the hands, both hands down onto the earth as we move into our airplane. So you might want to bring the foot back a little bit so you can adjust this left shoulder blade underneath this left knee. Tuck under those back toes and bring this left hand and right hand out for airplane. We'll be here for another breath, and then we'll be flattening that back foot, and we'll take a bind. So it will be like an extended side angle with a bind. And then slowly release the bind. Place both hands onto the mat, and then take it back to our downward facing dog. Feeling all the tingles in the body. Feeling that heat, or maybe it's that ice. Is the body evolving? Is the body learning? And slowly lift this right leg up, open hips. Bend that top knee. And then we'll bring it all the way over, placing it beside the right hand. Drop that back knee and untuck the toes. Settling into the posture first. Going over into the side blade of the foot. And then when you're ready, you can drop down onto the forearms. Twisting the chest all the way up towards the sky, and then keeping that hand, you can keep the hand up, you can cactus the arm, you can keep the arm all the way extended out, or you can keep the hand placed on the knee. Listening and moving mindfully with the body. One more breath here. And then slowly placing both hands onto the earth. And we'll utilize the breath. Coming back onto our hands. Slowly spiraling that right hand back. If you're taking that same quad stretch as we did on the other side, we'll bring in that leg, clasping it into our hands, and then we'll move into the stretch. Taking any variation that you wish. slowly letting the foot go. Don't let it slam on the mat. And then we'll move back gently so that way we can get this right shoulder underneath the right knee so we can move into our airplane. Tuck under the back toes, getting this right shoulder underneath, and we'll fly our airplane. Here for 2 breaths. And then flatten that back foot, and then take a bind, if you have a bind in your practice, for our extended side angle, bind variation. Slowly letting go of the bind, hands coming down to the mat. This time our foot will come out in a plank. Keep the foot off of the mat and we'll take a flow. So coming down to our chaturanga, inhaling, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Ask yourself, what's alive? What is movement? Movement is meant for me. I am meant for movement. We'll go ahead and bring the left knee into the chest, curling the spine. Look forward, placing that knee down towards the left wrist. So left knee to left wrist. Then place that back knee down, coming into left side pigeon. And then we'll just come to this pigeon and then bring the hands behind the torso, grabbing that back thigh, and this back other left hand will just grip itself onto the mat. Open the chest and gaze up towards the sky, surrendering to love, surrendering to positivity, surrendering to good intentions. Breathe here. Slowly bring the hands up and then drop it down, surrendering. Forward fold over the leg. Engaging in your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandhas. And slowly peeling your way all the way up to an upward pigeon, gazing out in front of you, feeling all the sensations in the body, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Keeping the eyes closed just for a moment. Placing the hands down in front of you. Tuck under the back toes and take it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, Bring the right knee to the chest, curling the spine, and bring that right knee to the right wrist, dropping it down for the right side pigeon. Slowly edging yourself in, finding all the niggles, all the kinks, feeling what's good, what's not good, what's alive, what's good and what's alive. Placing the hands behind the torso, opening the chest, grabbing that back thigh, gripping the mat, opening the chest, gazing up towards the sky and surrendering. Surrendering to love, positivity, good intentions. And slowly bring the arms all the way up. And then dive forward, surrendering. Surrendering to the body. Surrendering to love. Surrendering to what's alive. Engaging that Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Slowly peeling your way back, little by little, coming to a upward facing pigeon, gazing in front of you, as if all the opportunity in the world was staring right in front of you. Tuck under the back toes. Come into a plank, one-legged plank. Right leg stays up, hovering. And then work through a flow, coming through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Slowly come down to a tabletop. Coming down to the knees. And extend the arms out in front of you. And we're going to be moving into an Anahatasana, melting heart pose. With the option to come up onto the fingertips if you choose to get deeper into the shoulder blades. If not, stay on your hands. Remembering to keep the core activated. No flaring of the ribs. And the forehead can either go on the mat or the chin. And one more breath here. And on an inhale, slowly roll the body up to a high kneeling position. And head and neck coming last. And as you get there, open the chest up to cactus. And slowly drop it down. And again, open the head and neck, drop the head back, open for cactus. If the head doesn't feel good, keep the head where it is. One more time. Open the chest. Open the arms out for cactus. Beautiful. So we're going to go into 2 variations of camel. If you don't have the full camel in your practice, you're just going to keep 2 hands on the small of your back, and you're just going to stay just like this. If you do have camel in your practice, we're going to take our traditional camel with the option to take Guya Mudra. So it's the pointer finger and the thumb together, and the other fingers are just going to stay out. This mudra is known for its abilities to help with knowledge, concentration, and memory. And it also helps with insomnia. So on an inhale, we are going to slowly go ahead and go into your camel. And then slowly come back up. Hands come in Namaste Mudra, and slowly sit back on the heels. And we're here for 2 breaths. Beautiful. Now we're going to work a little bit of power, and then I promise we're going to take it down from there. So this front foot is my left foot, and it's in a 90-degree angle. My back right foot is also in a 90-degree angle. They're staggered. My hands are off to the left. I'm not overly leaning onto them. They're just there for support. I'm going to pick up my back right foot. I'm going to swing it over to the front. It's pointed because I like pointing it. You can keep it flexed if you want, but mine is pointed. And I'm going to swing it back just like that. And that's 1. So I'll go for 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to switch slower so that you can see how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, last set. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swing the legs around for a Paschimottanasana. Inhale for length. Bring the arms up. And then exhale over the body. And then one more inhale here. And then exhale. Slowly come up. Open the legs up into a nice straddle, however that looks for you. And if you've been with a couple of my flows before, you know how evolve looks. If you don't, when I say evolve, it goes like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, go in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Lift the arms up and then dive it forward. Grab the toes, come up, make a nice flat back. Gaze goes up, or you can close the eyes here. And breathe deeply into the belly. Slowly let go of the toes. Come up. Legs come into a nice Baddha Konasana. Not a very narrow one, but an open Baddha Konasana. So you have a nice diamond shape here. The head comes forward towards this space that you have between the feet. It's not meant for the head to go there. If it doesn't go there, it's just a suggestion of where it's going. So inhale for length, and then exhale, round the spine. So the spine is rounding here. And inhale, come back up. Beautiful. Extend the legs. You might have to scoot your bottom forward as we slowly bring the back down onto the mat. Taking the practice down onto the mat. And bring the knees to the chest one by one. So 1 and 2. And then slowly flex the feet and bring the feet up to a happy baby. So I want you to really listen to your body here for this last asana. If your body's letting you know that it wants to rock, let it rock. If it wants stillness, if it wants to bring the feet together, if it really doesn't want to go in a happy baby at all and it just wants to lay down, then don't go in a happy baby. Just really listen to your body here. And then we're slowly going to bring the feet down and let the feet fall to the corners of our mat. Hands are going to be up for receiving or down for grounding. Or you can place the left hand on the belly and the right hand on top of the heart center for energy and love. It is yogi's choice as we move into our Savasana. Take this time for you. Take this time for good intentions, for mindfulness. Slowly circling the feet, moving the wrists and fingers, moving over to either the right or the left, keeping the eyes closed, laying in a nice ball, fetal position, and then pushing yourself up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed. Coming into a nice, comfortable, seated position on the mat. Placing one hand on top of the heart, at the heart center. I am so honored to be able to guide you today through this beautiful yoga flow. And the honor and guidance in me honors and respects the strong yogi and beauty in you. And I will be closing this practice today with an Om, and I invite you to join me. Inhale. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was such a lovely practice and I enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope to see you again soon. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and then like this video so I can continue to make videos for you guys and continue to flow with you. So continue to spread the love for me. Namaste. Take care. Bye.